Yeah, it does get toggled off. Just for the briefest of periods. Which probably isn't needed anymore because we've got plenty of hydrogen in here. I seem to have lost a bit of hydrogen though. I had like upwards of 20 odd kilos at one point. Don't quite know how that's happened. Maybe that's affected the cooling. Maybe that's why it started overheating. We did used to have like 25 kilos in here. It's still super cold. I don't really know. Something's changed. Gengar, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. You made with hydrogen liquid vent. Nice. Nice. I saw you finally succumbed and switched to smart batteries everywhere. It wasn't so much finally succumbed, so it turns out I just didn't realise. I didn't know just how much heat difference there was. It's crazy. When I started looking into that, how much energy was lost, it was a no-brainer, mate. So yeah, I just slapped smart batteries down everywhere now and put a single bit of automation wire behind them so I don't get the annoying little the red icons. But yeah, they seem to be so much cooler. Like, this stays pretty chill now, which is nice. Don't know why this is getting so hot. I'm very confused by that, actually. Why would you be getting so hot over here? Are we using more power than these are using? Why are these getting so toasty? And why are these... I don't understand why these tiles are heating up so badly now. Got abyssite tiles that are radiating heat like crazy. I don't get it. Definitely changed something to the way that the heat transfer works in abyssite tiles. We looked at this last stream, if you remember, and you all just said I was crazy, and that this was the temperature that we built the abyssite out of. But this wall was at like 32 degrees when we last looked, and now it's at 40 odd. They are warming up, I'm telling you now. I don't know why, I don't know what's changed, but something has. I don't know whether it's something they've stealth fixed or something that changed with the, oh, fuck. Bollocks! I don't know if it's something that changed with, when they changed the background temp shift plates. Abyssite tile does heat up, insulated never heats up. Yeah, it didn't used to do this. This is a new change. You could basically run magma along these and they'd never change a single bit. Which is weird, but okay. I've got a lot of things that I need to fix then. I need to build a little aquatuner build here. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know whether I want to cool it with some of this liquid. I might just toggle them off for a minute. Put you down to like 5% and toggle you up a little bit. We'll swap it over and start using a bit of hydrogen. Don't know why this has happened. But it's a bit strange. Turn cold down and hydro up for now. Yeah, I know, Max, I know. That's the beauty of this. I can toggle them on and off as I want, but... It's just so fucking toasty in here. I don't get it. What's that? Bit of coal banded down the floor. I just found out how to use debug mode. Debug mode is fun. Crashed the game like 20 times. Yes, that is the best thing debug is for. Yeah, it will do that. Just remember to save often. How can I cool this? What would be a nice way of cooling this? I'll tell you what I could have done that might have been pretty snazzy. Is get the CO2 out of here, put it into a separate chamber, liquefy it and drip that over. Do I want to do that? I've got quite a few decisions to make, and I'm not sure what the best approach is with all of them. Like this oxygen build over on the right of the base. I'm toying with the idea of ripping it all open and changing the layout of the room and making it a horizontal room like I originally said. That'll be a lot of work, and I run the risk of my base just dying in the meantime, which is always a worry. Let's put you down to like a 3 from now. I don't need that much plastic just yet. I don't understand how it got so hot in here. Maybe we should have had this on an iron gate so we could only work below a certain temperature as well. Build a new cooling room and reroute the pipes last. Yeah, I could do that, Mix. Yeah. Just, you know, reroute them at the last step. Where would I build it, I wonder, as well? I just think a long horizontal chamber would work so much better than this vertical derpy one. So I've got my oil coming in at the bottom. And it just means that I get this difference between the bottom and the top. Arguably, a really tall, massive chamber would work, you know, in the same way. I could have my pumps near the top and be giving it a lot more cooling before it becomes a problem. Tell you what to do. Let's do that first. Let's do that first. Maybe I'll build it up here. I think you can use 3 wastewater steam geyser cooling in 4 room at your coal geyser. Oh, coal generator. What? I think you can use the 3 wastewater steam geyser cooling in 4 room. I don't know what you mean, sorry, Anna. A temperature safety control would have been prudent for someone like you. Shut up, Saturnus! I use temperature control, don't I? I make things pretty and safe normally. I just didn't with this. I didn't think we'd end up using this very much, but we've started using way more power already. It's just from the refineries and stuff down here, I think. Like, this uses a lot of power. I could just toggle this off to not be used at all, but fuck it. We've got a lot of idle dupes. Let's go build something. Do I want to tackle this, or do I want to tackle this? This first. This first. If I get no power, I can't make any oxygen anyway. I'm thinking if I just move these Weezeworts into a separate little chamber above. I've got 3 Weezeworts here, 2 there. I definitely got a couple more before. Yeah, I've got 2 more in the wild. I reckon if I did a separate little chamber with my Weezeworts in hydrogen, some metal plates, I reckon that'd work. Oxy first. I disagree. I disagree. I can cook my base if I need to. I can just pump in a shitload of hot oxygen. I think power. And again, I've got a little bit of algae. I can always slap down some algae deoxidizers. Oh, decisions. I could slap these on now, just to give me a bit of an influx. Power. I can do power quickly, I think. Right. So, how should I do this? I can either do it where I've got a room in contact with this room and make like the ceiling out of metal tiles, put some temp shift plates in here and do it like that. Or I want to keep this as a carbon dioxide room ideally, but carbon dioxide sadly is just not very good. What's this? I made a self-powered self-cooler O2 gen. Let's have a look, Turnus. Is this a new build, buddy? Is this interesting? Will I like this? Let's have a nosy. Sorry, I like the first line. Note, if you want to discuss Borg Cube versus Weezwort for any use, start your own thread. No Weezworts, no exotic material, easy relative new. Is this just going to be cool to 70 degrees? There's no secret I consider Weezwort cheat, so I refuse to use them in any build. It's obviously cool by my old trusty Borg Cube design. I don't think I'm interested, Cernus. I don't think I'm interested. It's so cheaty. It's so cheaty. So what you're basically doing is cooling your oxygen down here with your Borg Cube and using your hydrogen to power the whole rig. Not my cup of tea, mate. Not my cup of tea. Very smart though, very small as ever. But how long will it last for? I like it, bud, but you know my feelings on the Borg Cube. I don't agree with it, so. But nice. If you're looking for a compact O2 build, guys, have a look on the forums at Saturnus' thread. It's called Yet Another Self-Powered, Self-Cooled O2 Module. Regulates 20 degrees. How lovely. I like it. Too cheaty. Too cheaty for me. I know, like. Why the seeds at the mess table? Did you get seed again from eating blossoms? Oh, that's a good point, Max. I don't really know. Oh, shit, yeah. Maybe you do. Loads of seeds. 4 GT2 spoops. 4 GT2 spoops. My first base was like 60 Celsius. Damn you, electrolyzers. They'll go hotter than that, mate. LG, you're going to play some Eco today? No, buddy. I'm sort of debating when we'll play it next. I have downloaded the video to whack the last VOD on YouTube. But yeah, I don't really know, to be honest, mate. It was a bit of a quiet stream, and I didn't know if people really liked it. If you do, let me know, and we'll play some more. Oh, shit. I need to get off the forums now. Hold on. Let me mute this shit. Don't be facetious, Turnus. Don't be facetious. You know it's a cheat. I did the job training test, found that interesting. Dig, not that important. Good start and dig is way better in any stages. I can agree with that. Now that we started cross-training people, I do find we've got a bit more of a useful workforce. I can't decide. I'm thinking of toggling all this off. Oh, this will turn itself off in a second anyway. Let's put you to like a 2 even. I don't really want people doing this. They're only using it because I've got idle tubes. I'm sort of debating where to build this oxygen setup. Maybe we'll do it here. Maybe here. Let's see. Could have. Let's see. Something like that. Rip all that out. This won't be here. We can build a big chamber there. Or something like that. Maybe even a little bit taller. I know that lurker, I just never do it, mate. It's because I like to change at the drop of a hat sometimes. I never do it with wires or pipes or anything, I never hold the shift key. Something that I thought would be fun to build is a Liquid 02 cooler that's piped into the base and is dripped onto a cooling plate where it gets to warm. I think you mean a heated plate, a boiling plate, you'd need to heat it a lot. Anna, don't feel bad about using it at all. It's a very clever build. I've said the same to Turnus many times. It's a very clever, compact, tiny build. It's built on an exploit that could be fixed at any point. Arguably, it hasn't been fixed in a very long time, but it could be, and that's why I don't like to use it. And a lot of people have started building it that maybe don't know how to do things other ways anyway. Like, it's alright for Saturnus, because he knows a way around things. But some people have started using it religiously in their bases now, and when it does finally get fixed, they're going to be fucked. And that's why I don't sort of advocate it. That's why I don't say, you know, this is amazing, because I'm honestly not a fan of the exploit. But it's very difficult to avoid, truth be told. The surface tension thing affects loads of things. I'm wondering whether to bother using the hydrogen. Use the hydrogen to cool a tank of liquid instead of running gas pipes to the room. Paired with an aqua tuner. That might work. That might work. Okay, let's do... Let's put a bit of tile floor in here. Very nice. Let's have a double bit in the middle. 5. Get to all this. Boop. Boop. I do like how you did say at the top of your thread, if you want to discuss Borg-Cube versus Weezewarts, this is not the thread for it. And the first thing you said was, well, if you want to use Weezewarts, then da-da-da-da-da. Fucking contradictory knobhead. Ah, shit. Gas is not good cool, and liquid is better for cool. Yeah, I know that, Anna. I know that. I'm basically trying to... I want to try and use the nullifier for things. It's so... I find it to be so underpowered now. It would be nice if we could use it for cooling our oxygen. I mean, this was working for ages. and then something weird has happened, and it's just gone really warm. I don't understand it. I honestly don't know, but we'll see. It'll be fine. So we should be able to throw this together pretty quickly, I would think. I'll get some of this done. Make sure this is dug out a bit as well. Excuse me. Get that dug out. Thermal nullifier, add some -40 and some -40-degree oil is rather useful, particularly with tungsten pipes. Though I think petroleum is even better. I just usually only have oil at that point. Well, this is the thing. We do have access to some petroleum now, all the way down here. I was thinking of doing, like, I'll explain what my thinking was. So I've left a bit of space here, and the reason being, I would like to do maybe something like a one-tile divide. So this is the width of the room. Let's say we had something like this. Yeah, one tile I think would be better. So if we did something like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boop, right? And we get rid of you. And then we just had a bit of liquid in here, and then we ran our gas pipes through here to cool the liquid, and then just had the floor as like a radiator. Again, I don't know how powerful that would be. We're then cooling liquid to cool a tile. I think it needs to be a bigger tank. So we could basically make the floor out of like metal tiles and stuff. I'm trying to make up a build on the fly, which is always a bit difficult. Maybe if we had a slightly bigger oil tank. We could have an aqua tuner in there as well, in theory. Temp shift plates in here. I'll make it bigger. Band the temp shifts down the back. Oh, fuck it, let's go big. Let's go big and let's go stupid. Let's make something massive. This is not enough oxygen for my big old base. Oh, it's starting to get very blue. Very dark blue. Come on, plant some guys off. One thermal nullifier that way. It's pretty nice. Nice, Adel. I like that. I like that a lot. What is automation pressure at your electrolyzer room? They're just on full whack. Full throughput. They're governed by a switch in this room that says if this room is basically below 4 kilos work. So these just run flat out. Basically. Oh, a lot of snow. That's not ideal. Good old got as well. Fucking snow. It's the worst. Let's do this a little bit higher so we get this done. That doesn't work anymore. I know that got nerfed a long time ago. That's been fixed, I'm afraid. Got fixed last update, I think. Update before. Can't do that anymore. Used to be able to feed plants with like 10 grams a tick, sometimes even less. Or 10 grams a second rather, so it wasn't even 10 grams a tick. It was like 2.5 grams a tick. But yeah, you can't do that anymore. It has been fixed. Which is why I'm sort of keep saying to you, don't rely too much on exploits. They do get fixed. You'd be surprised. There have been some that have been kicking around for fucking ages, but they do try and get them fixed. Yes, really, yeah. It is gone. It is done. We tested it on stream. It warms up. Feels bad, man. Yeah. I know the water in the tile heats the tile now. It's been like that for a long time. That's why that trick came about. So when they changed it so that the hydroponic tiles emitted heat, the first thing people started doing was tinkering with valves to give them just the right amount of water. And then I can't remember who it was, but somebody on the forums figured out you could actually give the plants way less water than they wanted, just to satisfy the check that the game does.